Hey everybody, Josh Denny here, and our Wednesday evening training. We're going to be going through this every week. Now, we talked about this before back in 2014 about going through a topic each week, and what happened was the company asked me to do some work for them and kind of change over to from the Vision Call to the Vision Cast on Sundays. So it kind of threw us off just a little bit. However, we're going to be right on schedule moving forward from now on. In fact, the last few weeks we've covered compensation plan. Tonight's going to be structured. Now, it's a part of comp plan, but it's a little bit more detailed on how we do what we do. I love you too, baby girl. So I'm actually working from my home office, and my daughter telling me she loves me. It's always a great feeling. In any event, this is about structuring your binary build and how you do it, the best way to maximize your growth. We're going to be talking about that. Now, a lot of people are still trying to access this webinar through the basicagenttraining.com site. We will no longer be hosting these trainings on Basic Agent Training. That's a company site. I will be there every Sunday, though, for the Vision Cast. I'll make sure that I'm there consistently hosting and sharing content and information and interviewing some of the best from all over Secret. And we'll continue to have the platform as we had in the past. However, these Wednesdays are designed for training content, pure training content, and we're not going to be doing an interview style. It's just going to be everything you need to know on how to build a business. I talked about it, like I said in the beginning of this call last year, taking 20 years of information, putting it in to the next 52 segments of how to build this business. Some of it may be redundant, but you're going to be getting new content each time. We will also have questions and answers to give you more information. These trainings are going to be designed to be about 20 to 30 minutes at most. Again, 20 to 30 minutes, they'll be officially over. That will be up for replay, and then I'll stay online for questions and answers up to another 20 to 30 minutes, depending. Okay, so again, you probably will get everything within an hour on these Wednesday evenings. So I am excited about sharing that information with all of you. And if you're new to Secret, you're new to network marketing, and I know there's people that have logged in from all over the world, as a matter of fact, trying to get this information. Most of what I'm going to share is universal. It means whatever culture that you're a part of or whatever country that you're operating in, this will work. In fact, today's subject material is going to work regardless, no matter where you are in the world. This would be my suggestion on how to build an actual network. Okay, now, again, we're going to be talking about daily method of operation, what you do every day, how you do it, how you talk to people, what you say, overcoming objections, product information, how you do the various aspects of the business, conventions, promotion, all that stuff. But that's going to be each and every week's going to be a different topic. This week is structuring the binary. So I'm going to go into that. I created a PowerPoint type thing. It's called Keynote on Macs for you Mac users out there. So I can go through this with you as a visual so you can see it. And so that's my goal, is to go through this with you step by step. What you say, how you do it, what you build. But none of this is going to work if you're not doing the daily method of operation. What does that look like? Again, using the product twice a day, okay? In the morning when you get up, before you go to bed, at least you're using the product twice a day. That's number one. Number two is demoing the product twice a day. Getting in front of at least 2 new people every single day and sharing information with them consistently. Okay, this is key. Again, we don't have the time to go into it on this call. This is about structuring, but I'm just going to reiterate that. Then, of course, connecting. Number 3 is connecting with your support team, being on webinars like this or the Sunday Vision Cast, being that's consistent, being at the conventions, being at the events in your local area if you have them, or at least contacting your support team, your upline, your sponsor, what have you, being in connection with them once a day, being on your back office, going through this business, okay, once a day. It's connecting with the community. That's number 3. Number 4 is personal development, okay, developing the mind, reading 10 pages of a good book every day, listening to 15 minutes of a good audio. These are just some suggestions. This is a new book I'm reading recently. It's not new, but I think this was published in 2011. It's called Unfair Advantage, about a financial education. I'm telling you, this right here is by far one of the best books I've read in a very long time. And if you haven't read this yet, I would read it. Put this stuff in your brain. You need some motivation. You want to get up. You want to get going. this book right here will motivate you like no one's business. And this book has motivated me, drives me, because it's true. Talks about what's going on in the financial world, how you can prepare yourself for whatever's coming, whatever financial storms are on the horizon, by getting a financial education. This book will make you rich in more terms than just money. Okay, so again, Unfair Advantage, Robert Kiyosaki, great book. I buy it at any bookstore. I'm not going to get any royalties from that. My goal is to help you win, okay? Help you get information that can change your life. It's information like this that radically changed everything for me. You know, before I learned this stuff, I was working, you know, basically at construction type jobs, mowing lawns. I was working in a machine shop, cleaning floors, scrubbing toilets. That was my job and what I did before I got access to this type of information, and changed everything for me. Okay, looks like we're ready to get going. Enough of the intro stuff. I'm going to do a screen share, and so I'm sharing my screen with you all, and I'm going to play this this PowerPoint I created here. All right. And by the way, you're going to have questions. As you have questions, type them into the box right below you. Okay, if you have any questions at all, that's where you want to put them in there. Put your name first, please. You can stay anonymous if you desire, but that would be my suggestion. Okay, Structuring Your Binary to Maximize Its Earning Potential by Joshua Denny. This is my disclaimer, okay? Got to have the disclaimers in there. The illustrations and stories that will be used during the following presentation are purely hypothetical and for illustrative purposes only. Making money in this business or any business opportunity is not guaranteed. Results are based on individual efforts, talents, and abilities. Okay, just so you know, that's what you need to say. And everything. There's no guarantee to anything in life. The only thing I can say is the harder you work, the better your chances, okay? The harder you work, the better your chances. And what I'm sharing with you right now is how you do it. Okay, here's you. All right, you're in the business. And over the last couple of weeks, we talked about compensation and how the compensation works. This is an element that drives it. Now, how do you maintain activity? Meaning be a quote-unquote active agent. You're going to have 35 BV minimum personal order every 4 weeks. Very important that you're at least ordering, or you've got customers. You've got 4 VIP customers that are ordering every single month or every 4-week rolling period. As long as you have 4 customers continually paying every 4 weeks, it could be the same customers. You are also considered active without having to make your own personal order or retail sales. Okay, but that's active status. The next thing you want to be is qualified. How do you get qualified? You build a left team and a right team. They're called a left team and a right team because, as you can see on the screen here, one's going to be on your left, one's going to be on your right. Now, you got to recruit someone personally and put them on your left team, and recruit someone personally and put them on your right team. As long as they are active, you will be qualified, and as long as you're paying, you'll be active as well. And you need to be active and qualified to get team commissions. All right, now let's talk about the build. Okay, you're building a left team and a right team. As you get started, it's important to know where your sponsor's at. Your sponsor is also building a left team and a right team. And now they may not do anything for your business. They may not recruit anybody. They may not do anything. And that's not really relevant for you. They may do something great, but what is relevant is what side of the tree they put you on. Did they put you on their left team? Did they put you on the right team? Okay, it's important to know that. Yeah, is it not showing? I did share my screen. I pressed screen share. Okay, so is no one just, they're not seeing me. That's the weirdest thing in the world. Okay, I didn't touch anything. Sorry guys, little technical difficulty. How about this? Can you see it now? It is delayed. Is it delayed on my voice? Is it good? Okay, I'm gonna get back to where I was. Okay. Now, just hey, you know what, Jason? If it happens again, let me know. I just want to make sure everyone's getting this. Thanks. All right. All right. We'll edit this stuff out, guys, so you can have a clean replay. But it's important to know which side of the tree you're on, only because you want to be strategic about your placement, strategic about what you're doing. Okay. Now, your very first person that you bring into the business, you want to place on your right team in this scenario, or on the shared line, the line that you're sharing with your sponsor. Now, in this hypothetical example, you're on your sponsor's right team, so your first person that you bring into the business should be on your right team. Now, if they put you on the left team, the first person you should bring in would be on your left team. But in this example, you will be bringing, if you're on your sponsor's right team, as this example shows, you'll be placing that first person on the right. Okay, the second person obviously on the left side to qualify your business. So now you have two teams going. The third team that you want to bring on is going to be also on that shared line, the line you're sharing with your sponsor. Okay, that third person. Again, you want to have multiple people on each side. You're going to be building two strong teams, but this would be my suggestion. Third person goes there. Fourth person goes on the other side. Again, in this scenario, it would be your left side. At this point, you want to place the fourth or the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the next distributors in whatever side is doing less volume for that particular week. Okay, now if you're a stronger builder, you may want to stay on one side a little bit longer. That's going to be determined up to you and how many people you're actually able to bring in the business depending on your activity. Okay, but let's say your sponsor is also actively recruiting people. Of course, as you build, because you put your position where you did, they're building a left team and a right team. And if their next person that they bring in happens to be on the right, and again, that's if, it's a big if, your sponsor may not do anything. Again, they may never do anything. They don't owe you anything. They don't owe me anything. Your sponsor got you here. God bless them. Okay, if they put anyone on your team, it's gravy. It's a benefit. Now, you and I want to make sure we do that for the people that we bring in, but it doesn't matter for a sponsor, okay? And it's just an attitude. It's a way to look at it. But let's say, for example, they bring someone in. Your sponsor's recruit goes there, kind of color-coded in green here. You can see that's your sponsor's recruit. Now, that is under the third person, and they're going to do the same thing. First one's going to be on the shared line that they have, and the second person will be on their other side, and so forth and so on. And maybe the first person gets excited. They start bringing people in, and now it starts to grow. Okay, and then you're going to be putting your fifth person. If it starts to grow like that, obviously the left side will be the side that has less volume for now, and you're going to start to build with your personal recruits on that side. Now, you'll be spending your time with everybody, at least the people that you're bringing in the business, but that's how that's going to look. Now let's talk about, so that's just the basic structure, but now let's talk about who those people are and how you actually communicate this. Okay, so as you can see, I've given these people names on this next screen here. Hopefully you've caught up with me. Okay, hold on. We still see you, not the screen share. Once you share the screen at the very top, allow it for everyone to, I don't know how to do that, Jason. I did that earlier and it worked. I haven't done anything different than our test when we tested it, brother. So I don't really understand what the problem is. Okay, I go into screen share. Share the screen. Start screen share. Okay. Press play. Are we there? Guys, this is awesome. You still see me? Okay, please someone send me a text message if you can hear me and see the screen. I did test this, I promise you earlier. I apologize about this. Okay. Give me a second, folks. Let me bring this back up. This technology is wonderful. I just love it. I may pick a different platform for these trainings moving forward. I have a different, now gone again. Okay, look, guys, I don't know. It's the program. It's not me. I'm doing the right thing. I go to screen share. I click on it. I start it. And there it is. So present to everyone. Okay, how about this now? Is that working? When you hit play, it goes back to you. Gotcha. I love you, Craig. You're awesome. How about now? Are we on now? Okay. Only you. Before you press play, we did see the diagram. Okay, it's there now. It's there now. Right, we're there now. We're good? Okay, I thank you guys. You still see me? You still see me now? Okay, I'm getting mixed messages because I think there's a delay. Okay, you guys can see it now. If it happens again, just let me know and I'll ditch this thing and your face, leave it. It working. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you. Okay, enough. This is good. We good now, right? All right. All right. So as you can see, I gave these people names. All right. It's still same thing. You know, you got Dan was your first person. Put him on your right side. You got Cindy was your second person. Put him on the left side. Jill was your third person. Put her on the right side. Tony was the fourth person. And you're kind of building it. You're staggering it. Okay, it started to grow. Okay, now fifth person was Patty. But here's the next step. Okay, once you get Tracy involved, Tracy's excited. She's your sixth person in the business because again, you're building on now your lesser side, the side that has less volume. And again, this hypothetical example, it is the Jason. Yeah, but you can't. Okay, it doesn't. Then at the animation doesn't work. All right, this is okay. I'm gonna change. I gotta change platforms because this is Google Hangouts retarded. Okay, love you. Thanks. Bye. Sorry, guys. All right, let me do it this way. I just love this technology. Okay, now we're in, right? Let me get rid of this. Okay, well that didn't work either. I'm gonna cry, I swear. Thank you guys for hanging in here with me. All right. Okay. I can do this without the deal. I'm hoping that okay, present to everyone. I'm presenting to everyone. You guys see it now? Okay, good. Too bad you can't see my mouse, but if you could see what I'm talking about here, if you look at Tracy's number 6 in, I really worked on this hard, man. It's all animated and awesome and does all sorts of cool stuff, but apparently this is not gonna let me do this. So I'm gonna do it differently and I'll find out how to get it out to you in a different way, but I want to at least the diagram's up so you can see it, okay? Tracy, okay, is in the business. Now the most important thing is if you're doing the activity, okay, you're doing it, and you're recruiting agents, because look, here's the deal. If you're doing the recruiting, you're going to recruit agents. There's no way around it. You're doing it. You're going to get agents in the business. Okay. Now the key is to communicate this to the people that are in the business. That means what? Tracy's number 6 in the business. You recruited Tracy. Patty didn't. Tony didn't. Cindy didn't. You did. So what you need to do is call Patty and tell Patty what just happened. Say, Patty, I got the best news. Let me get out of this so you guys can see my face here. Okay. So kind of visualize that, what's happening here. You got Tracy and you called Patty. You say, Patty, you know, I got the best news for you. You know what? There's this girl, Tracy. She just got involved. She's amazing. She's one of the most amazing people you ever meet. She's got a great family. You know, she's a school teacher. She's unbelievable. Okay, she's one of the most talented people I've ever met. I feel so privileged that that she got started, and what she's going to do is is something phenomenal. You know, I can't promise anything. I don't know what anyone's going to do, but I believe she's going to build a large business. And Patty, I don't want you to miss out on what Tracy's going to do. So we got to get you qualified. Who can we talk to? Who can we talk to? Because I don't want all this money to pass you. Because believe me, if Tracy really gets going, she just starts throwing volume. So we need to make sure you're active. So now again, remember, maybe a lot of you have gotten agents involved in the business and they're not active or they fall out of being active. It's just because they don't know. And you're not going to motivate them by just trying to get them to build. More people are motivated by a fear of loss than they are a hope of gain. So the reality is, if they realize they're missing out on something, they're going to get they're going to be active. And all you want to have them to be is active for a little bit and using the products. Once they start using the products, chances are they're going to stay using the products. But they need to be active. Why? Because you don't want them to miss out on that business volume. Okay? Now, they also need to be qualified to earn team commissions. So you say, listen. Okay, guys, I thank you so much for all the wonderful messages. Guys, I'm going to just get this rocking, okay? I'm too ADD, so if you send me more messages, I'm going to be distracted. So help me. All right, again, we're going to get this thing going. Believe me, I'm going to record this thing on a actual other platform I have that has a PowerPoint and a video, so you can see me and you can see the PowerPoint moving while I'm talking. I have another platform I purchased a while back that we're going to be able to utilize that. We'll put it up on a video, and you can use this for your business and just learn it over and over again. This has made the difference between making, hundreds of thousands of dollars and making millions in this business. It's a huge deal. Okay, again, you're doing the work. So the idea here is not depending on someone else. Most people, what we do is when we get someone in the business, we want them to go do what we ourselves aren't willing to do. And if you're honest about it, you'd probably agree like I did. Yeah, that's what I kind of want that. You're in a binary, you figure you get someone on the right, someone on the left, and you know what? I'm done, because if they go do that, they get someone on the right and the left, and they go do it, it's going to blow up. I'm going to make all this money. Now, that's great in theory, and unfortunately, and I do say unfortunately, that does happen sometimes to some people. Now, it's super rare. It's extremely rare, and to bank on that's like banking on the lottery. Actually, your odds are much better with this than the lottery, but it does happen. And the challenge is sometimes those people, because they get a check and because they get a rank in the company, they start teaching people how to do this type of thing. And they have no idea what they're even talking about, okay? So it's important to realize that, and that's not going to happen. But the good news is that you can dictate your growth. You can decide how big your business builds. You can put the timeline in place. You can decide whether you're going to succeed or not succeed based on your own work ethic. You don't have to get lucky and hopefully find the right person to go build your business. All you got to do is become the right person. Become that person that does it and builds it. This is how it is. This is how it works. Again, you're recruiting and doing it. You got Tracy in the business. You tell all the potential you can to Patty. Now, you don't want Patty talking to Tracy. You don't want Patty managing Tracy. Why? Because Tracy has no idea who Patty is. Tracy doesn't know. Tracy doesn't care. Okay? Tracy got in because of you. You're the one who got Tracy involved. So your relationship is with, or Tracy's relationship's with you, not with Patty. However, you are borrowing the potential, the beauty of what you believe Tracy's going to do and sharing that with Patty to get Patty motivated and excited to A, be active, B, stay active, and C, get qualified, AKA allowing you into her database. She's going to get excited. And eventually she's going to go, okay, talk to somebody because she doesn't want to miss out anymore. So the next person you talk to, go back to the screen share here. Okay. And bam, here we go. The screen share, present to everyone. The next person you call is Tony. You're going to say the same thing to Tony. Hey, Tony, you're never going to believe this. I got the best news for you. Not only is Patty on your team, because assuming you already shared this about Patty to Tony, you say, this new girl, Tracy, just got started, and Tracy is unbelievable. And you say the same thing to Tony is said to Patty about Tracy. And then you remind Tony about Patty again. Go to even, because you just got the phone with Patty. Patty's now excited. Patty's wanting to talk to people. Then guess what your next phone call goes to? Or who it goes to? Cindy, of course. Now you tell Cindy, you're never going to believe it. Your team is growing. You already got a couple people on there. Tony's excited. Patty's excited because we just got Tracy involved. And you say the same thing about Tracy. Okay? Now you keep moving. Now what happens is Tony gets excited. And what does Tony do? Tony introduces you to Joe. Tony can't handle it. Tony's like, okay, I got a couple people on the team now. I don't want to miss out. Tony says, talk to my brother, Joe. Okay, so you may do the presentation for Joe. Maybe you're the one who talks to Joe. You're the one that does the the presentation, whether it be a 5-on-5 or a wild party, whatnot. You do the presentation for Joe. Joe says, all right, I'm in. Now, what side does Joe go on? Well, of course, the shared side. In this scenario, it's now the left team. So guess what? What's your next phone call go to? Well, Tracy, of course. Tracy, you're never going to believe this. The best thing just happened here. Joe just got started. You say all the great things you possibly can about Joe, that Joe's now in the business. Joe's excited. And, you know, who can I talk to? Who can I go talk to? Who can I share this business with, Tracy, that we can go share this with, or that we can go show this to? Because now Joe's on the business. Okay, now you don't stop recruiting. So the next person you bring in is Jacob. And you can see Jacob, here's the 7th recruit that you brought in. Now, of course, your next phone call is going to go to Joe. You're going to say the same thing to Joe, same thing to Tracy. You're going to talk to all these people. See, a lot of times we're calling people and we're hoping that they're just going to go do it. They're not going to go do it. If they knew how to do it, folks, they'd be doing it. The reality is they don't know how to do it. And you need to train them by doing it with them, not by telling them how to do it, by doing it with them. So you go recruit Jacob. Again, now you call Joe, say the same thing to Joe, Tracy, Patty, Tony, Cindy, the whole deal. Okay? Now Joe gets excited. Joe brings on Mike. Okay? Mike goes out there and blows up a big business. He gets qualified there with Nancy and John. Of course, because of that, you call Jesse, you call Jacob. Jacob starts to build a big business. And again, this is happening on both teams. Okay, this is happening on both teams. That's what's going on. Now, again, guys, I can't. Unfortunately, the PowerPoint got messed up, but you get the point. Every person you're bringing in consistently, you're going to talk about. You're going to share it with. You're going to say, this is what's happening. You're going to be excited. You're going to have enthusiasm, but you're not going to stop personally recruiting. You're recruiting through your own list by doing your own daily activity. You're recruiting through your network by motivating them to introduce you to people. Why? Because they see what's happening. You're using fear of loss and urgency and excitement and sharing the potential of what could happen. Not promising anything. The last thing you ever want to do, folks, is tell people, hey, get in. I'm going to blow out a line for you. I'm going to build it. You know, it's going to be huge, because it may not happen that way. Okay. And it's all about expectation. Setting expectation in people's mind is vital. Okay. Most people don't even realize how a binary is built. And a lot of times I see this happen. It's a huge mistake amateurs make. They recruit someone in the business, and let's say you recruit me in. And I get involved. You say, Josh, listen, I'm going to blow your business up. You know, get in now. If you get started now, I'm going to put so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so on your team. And they start stacking these apps. And understand, a binary works where you have to get someone in immediately. Don't wait. Don't stack them and then try to keep there's a term in this business called shopping. It means that if you get my application, you don't put it in right away. Instead, you try to go recruit someone else with my application, saying, hey, if you get started now, I'm going to put Josh on your team. That's not fair, okay? And I want you to understand this. This is important. The only one thing you and I have in this business is our reputation. So all we got is our word, okay? And again, if you did that to me, I promise you, I'd be upset about it. And there's no secrets in this business. We think there is. Believe me, most people think, oh, I can keep this a secret. No, you can't. There's no secrets in network marketing, I promise you. If you can't do it in the light, don't do it in the dark. Believe me, that will come back and bite you harder than an alligator, okay? It's going to get you hard. So just do everything above bar, okay? And look, the truth is the best policy. If you just tell me the truth, listen, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to work as hard as I can. I'm going to help you. I'm going to serve you. I'm going to work with you to the best of my ability, okay? That's good enough for me. Now I don't expect anything. I don't expect you to build a leg for me or build a line of sponsorship for me. I know if it's going to be, it's up to me. And then when you do recruit someone, put them on my team and tell me about it, I'm going to be pumped up. You know, now if you do it the other way, you say I'm going to blow out a big team for you, and you recruit one and put them on my team, I'm not pumped up. I'm like, that's not a big team. You told me a big team. That's one person. Well, whoop-de-doo. You see the difference in the psychology? It's so vitally important, my friends, that when you are out there building your business, that you are completely honest with people. If you don't know, say, you know what, I don't know. That's my best weapon in this business has always been that. Someone says, well, Josh, you know, how does this all work? You know, I don't know. All I know is I'm working with some great people. Let me introduce you. You know, I don't know. All I know is there's a convention coming up in Vegas where all the top people are going to be at. They're going to share the information. You're going to get it straight from the source. All the millionaires are going to be there. All I know is I want to be where they're at. So it's probably advantageous for us to be where they are too. You know, they say birds of a feather flock together. Well, I want to be around those birds. Those are eagles. I don't want to be around the pigeons, fighting for table scraps. I want to be an eagle soaring through the air, and that's where they're going to be. They're going to be in Las Vegas at this movement convention, and I'm going. I'm going to be there. And if you really want to know, you got to be there too. Let's go together. That's the attitude, rather than trying to be, Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all, and I know everything. Believe me, the better job you can do at getting the heck out of the way than allowing someone else to do third-party information for you, the better it's going to be. The better it's going to be. But as you're building your network, just remember, okay? Goodness gracious. I know I got some paper around here somewhere. Okay, I know this is not prepared. I was hoping this thing would work, but all you're doing is burning it from the bottom up. You get someone and you immediately put them down there. That's the urgency to get started. Okay, again, because look, in the beginning, guys, you have two very important spots. Forget if your upline's building, guys. I didn't get any real spillage for several years. Okay, any real spillage to speak of. But what I had put on my shared line was smoking anything that the upline was doing in the beginning. Okay, in the very beginning, for the first year and a half, almost 2 years, it was just crushing. Okay, now. So you don't need to have an upline spilling a bunch of volume on your team. Just build it. Okay, and look, I can confidently look anyone in the eye and say, look, you can build 2 legs. I did it for sure. You can do it too. And still the volume that is spillage, it doesn't match the volume I've got. Okay, I'm still not matching it. So guys, look, you can build as big of a business as you want to build. It's all up here. It's all in the brain. I promise you. Again, if you think, well, I can't, or, well, if only my sponsor would be doing X, Y, Z, and my sponsor was putting more people on my team, look, no disrespect. Please don't take this the wrong way, because I understand this feeling, and especially if the expectation was said, you had an upline tell you that, you had a sponsor tell you that. I can't apologize for another man or woman, okay? All I can say is they were wrong. Okay, and you know what? They were probably new and didn't know any better. Don't blame them. Don't be all mad at them. My mentor said, Josh, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be successful, you have a choice. You can either live a life of responsibility, full responsibility, regardless of what anyone else says or does. And if you do that, you'll be successful. Or you can do what almost everybody else does. They live a life of blame. It's not them, it's their daddy. There's their mommy. It's their school teachers. It's their friends. It's their circumstances. It's the blah, blah, blah. The list goes on and on and on. And you know what I'm talking about, don't you? You've heard this before. You've heard people that just complain about everything. And it creeps in. There's not one person that says, oh, I'm the complainer. That's me. Oh, I'm the negative one. And I talk to so many negative people and complainers, and there's not one of them that admits to it. There's not one that says, yep, yeah, I'm the negative one. That's me. Proudly. No one does it. No one thinks they're that person. It becomes that way over time because they allow it like a cancer to spread through their mind, and it infects their entire body. It affects their ability to co-create. God gave us this amazing ability to co-create. We can't make the dirt, okay? We can't grow the tree, but we can plant the seed, okay? We can take the lumber from the tree and create a house. We have that ability, but first, it starts in our brain. There is nothing created, including this computer that we're on right now. This computer was in the mind of a man or a woman before it became its physical equivalent, before you and I were able to communicate like this. 100 years ago, this was a figment of someone's imagination, like a fantasy, a pipe dream. Okay? But it was shaped by a man or a woman who refused to believe in the current reality and instead co-created a new future, a new reality, made it happen. You and I have that same ability. It's just most people won't tap into it because they're sitting there going, oh, well, I can't do it. Or, my upline, they don't do anything for me. I'm on an inside leg, so I can't win. I can't win in this, blah, 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 blah. And they complain all day. Well, guess what? They'll never win with that attitude. They'll never win. And they poison themselves and they poison everyone around them. And they wonder why life just is like that all the time. Okay? Guys, I can assure you, okay, wherever you are in your business, if you succeed and you become wildly successful, and you become a multimillionaire or whatever success is for you, it won't be because of me, your sponsor, your upline, your support team, or someone that's just doing this webinar. It won't be because of your sponsor or your support team. It'll be because of you, for sure. It'll be because you did it. You decided to do it and you made it happen. However, you turn that coin over, and the other side of it, if you don't succeed and you fail, that's not going to be because of me. It's not going to be because of your sponsor, your upline, or the company. That's also going to be because of you. And that's a hard pill to swallow, I know. But there's people winning, and the choice is yours. Whether you're going to win or not going to win is going to be up to you 100%. Okay? So live that life of responsibility. I know I kind of went off on a tangent, but I'm coming back. When you live like that, look, you create your future. You create it, and you're going to attract other men and women that see it like you see it, that feel the way you feel. And as long as you're out there building and sharing it, okay, it'll start to grow. And it takes a while. In the beginning, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of energy. It's like pushing a 5,000-pound flywheel, you know, a big stone, if you can imagine, a big wheel stone, and you're trying to push it. It takes tremendous energy to get it moving. But once it gets moving, it takes very little effort to keep it moving. Okay? And you could go through analogies all day, like an airliner, you know, taking off with a jet takes most of its energy and most of its fuel just getting off the ground and getting to the cruising altitude. Once it's at a cruising altitude, guys, it doesn't take that much energy. It doesn't take that much effort. It's a lot less. That's what many of us have to do in the beginning, and building the structures like that airline getting off. And that's why it takes you recruiting people, you moving, you doing the energy, you doing it until boom, you take off. Okay, and don't be looking around for someone else to help you take off. Okay, more than likely it's not going to happen. But there's freedom in that. There's freedom in that because you can decide how big your business builds. Okay, I'm programming my brain. I'm connecting with the community. I'm doing my exposures every single day. So I'm gaining that influence. If you're not doing it every day, you're not going to be able to get the recruits. If you don't get the recruits, guess what? You can't build the structure. It's building the structure that makes it work. And you're doing this on both sides. You're building 2 strong teams. Most comp plans, you got to build 3 at least. Here it's just 2. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. And there's a fortune to be made here, a fortune. So with all that said, guys, because I'm not using the PowerPoint, I'm going to go straight to questions and answers. I got 7:38 Pacific Standard Time. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Please type in the box below. I'm going to go in here and register the questions. If you're on, it looks like a lot of you probably aren't on the Joshua Denny. You're probably on to Basic Agent. Jason, if you could confirm that, that'd be great. I am going, because I only have the questions here for this one. And there's no questions yet. So if you just log in through joshuadenny.com, again, if you could just switch over websites, joshuadenny.com, you can go in there. I can get your questions. Other than that, I probably won't be able to get them on the Basic Agent training. I'm not set up for that right now. Again, we're hosting all these new trainings on this site for several reasons. One, it limits liability for the company. I can go through a lot more content in detail, like stuff like this that I don't want to do on a company page. I just want to do on my page, so I can share this stuff with you. We will again have this re-recorded in the proper way with the whole structure and all that stuff. I'll make sure I get that done within the next 48 hours so I can go through it. But other than that, let's get some questions going. I appreciate y'all. You guys can text me too if you do have my cell phone number. Feel free to text me, and I will. I'll answer questions through that platform. Let me try to go to the Basic Agent training site just in case. All right. All right, we're logging in now. Uh-oh. By the way, I do appreciate you all hanging in here with me with the technical difficulties and, not giving up. Let's see, NAP. All right. Looks like I'm back into the Webinar Express and a webinar. All right. Actually, I don't even know about questions here. Let's see here. Awesome information. Okay, thank you guys. All right. Don't press play. Okay. Questions. We go back to this one. And guys, the webinar is officially over, but I want to make sure you have your questions. Again, structuring, remember, let me just recap this real quick. Okay. Find out your shared side, whether you're on the right team or left team of your sponsor. Okay. Don't expect them to do anything, but if you're on their right team, that means your shared line is your right team. If you're on their left team, that means your shared line is your left team. So the very first person you bring in, the first one, doesn't matter who it is. You want strong people on both sides. So some people say, well, I don't want my strong people. Like, put the strongest people you can in as fast as you can. Okay? The first as fast as you can. But it doesn't matter. First person, boom, bingo. Don't even think about it. Shared side. Second person, the other side. Third person, also shared side. Fourth person, the other side. And then at that point, your recruits go whichever side has less volume. Okay, so you're looking at your organization through your back office, and you can tell whichever side has less volume, not less people, less volume, place that person. Okay, and keep going like that. Okay, eventually someone's going to pop, and it's going to start to build, and then you're going to spend more time on one side. And your goal would be to pass the other side. So if you got one side that's running away, that's growing, then get on that other side. You're still spending time with these people, because they're your team. You're going to still spend a lot of time there, but your personal recruits are going on the other side, on the other side, on the other side until that thing blows out. And when that thing grows bigger than the other side, you come back to the other side, and you're just going to teeter-totter on this thing. The goal would be to flip this thing 3 to 4 times. Okay, I promise you, it'll be very difficult after the first time or second time. It'll be difficult because that thing's going to be going, blowing and going. Okay. The rule of thumb typically is you want to get to $1 million a year, you got to flip that thing about 4 times. Okay. And as you get this thing really moving, it's going. Okay. So again, and how do you do it? By communicating. When you get someone in the business, tell everyone upline what's happening. Get excited, be enthusiastic, get into their networks. You go do the work. Don't depend on them. Don't act like they need to go do it for you. If it's to be, it's up to me. If I want to succeed, right, I've got to go out there and I got to do it. I got to build it. I can't wait for somebody else. I can't expect someone else to go build this for me. Okay? All right. Let's get back into questions and answers. And there is a delay here for sure. Can't see. Okay. Right. I still don't have any questions, guys. So I'm going to, if I don't get any questions on that site, I'm going to probably conclude this call real quickly. But I do appreciate y'all. Nope, I'm not getting any questions, folks. Look, here's what I'll do. I'm going to make sure that this is done. I'll add more content next week, but I'll recap it. I'll put this video together on a different platform. I'll make sure you know about it. I'll go into a little bit of detail. I'll answer questions on structure because structure is very important. It's the building block of what we do, and I just want to make sure that we're clear on it. If you want to hit me up on Facebook, okay, with the question, message me. I know my friends list is typically full, so don't be mad at me. I have over 1,000 requests, and you know, I'm not trying to say that it is what it is. I can't get through it all, but if you private message me, I'll get to you. All right, and I'll be looking out for it. Just ask questions through there. I'll make sure I respond to you. Okay, because I want to make sure you know how this works and what to do with it, okay? I'm just going to do one more time on these questions. Just refreshing the page. Okay, nope, nothing yet. Shanahan, I don't see the question that you entered. I apologize. It's not here for some reason. But in any event, it's been an honor to share this time with you. Please register, like the page so I can communicate with you. Again, from now on, I'm going to be communicating through joshuadenny.com, which is my site where I'm going to be putting all of this content. Okay, if you're not on this list, you probably won't get access to the information. I'm not going to be using the basic agent training for this information. I'm only going to be using that for the VisionCast and storing those replays on that site. Other than that, all other content, the content of going through the next 52 weeks is going to be here on this site. So anyway, it's an honor to spend time with you guys. I appreciate you so much. Looking forward to your success, and I will see you next week, beyond next week. So I'll see you then, and I'll see a lot of you at the movement too. Right? We got 2 more before a convention. No, 1 more. We only have 1 more before the next week, before movement. So I'm excited. Anyway, God bless, guys. Much love.